Alright, welcome to Universal Studios Hollywood. Started a little bit later than I intended to. It took a little while to get through various things. But it is just a few days before the beginning of FanFest night, and so going to be doing a little bit of exploring around here. I mean, in particular, look at that Quark's Cafe. If you are a Star Trek Deep Space Nine fan, that looks great, which I am a fan of that, hence why I'm here checking out some of the FanFest stuff. And I will be coming by FanFest night. Probably not live streaming, hopefully taking some video here and there. But Quark's Cafe. Not Quark's Bar, but Quark's Cafe. That's alright. That's alright. So looking at some of the time, doing well. Usually, if you've watched any of the Universal Studios streams I've done before, I usually go to the backlot tour first, but not going to this time. I'm going to try something else. I don't know how the signal is going to be, but we'll find out. Get a lot more FanFest stuff. Look at that. One Piece. Gathering is going to be over here. Looks like Red Alert. Oh, Red Alert's going to be over there. Alright, that's good to know. See, that's one of the reasons why I was coming today. Let's see where some stuff is. Got the Mystery Machine. Scooby-Doo. Not part of FanFest nights. You'd think it would be. A lot of Scooby-Doo fans. I'm a fan of Scooby-Doo also. But Star Trek Red Alert is going to be a walkthrough of the Enterprise D with a little bit of an adventure. And I am very excited about that. I'm a huge Star Trek fan since I was a young lad. So heading to The Secret Life of a Pet. And over here, I don't think it's too long of a line, which is great. Oh, thank you. It's a great dark ride. Look at that.
I have the memory of a hamster. It's weird because I'm a guinea pig. I don't even remember where my apartment is. I've been looking for it for the past 3 days.
Got some nice seats in the queue. A little bit of a line. See how fast it goes.
It's not Brady Bear, was the 3.2.
Got a pretty good queue as well. I like it because there's some interactive things like we just saw. The line is supposed to be 15 minutes long. Hopefully it's no more than that. It can go pretty quick, but we'll see. There's a lot of stuff to see and do. Great artwork on the walls too. Usually always about that art. He's gone for that. So I've seen the movie once and don't really remember the names of the characters. I don't know what the guinea pig is called. Going up the stairs. It's more of a cube. Not too bad of a cube. Theme to an apartment building.
Cuando estamos en el tramway, que es como un tren, aquí enseñan lo que usamos acá, como decirlo aquí, donde arreglan, creo que donde se van para clase es donde hay un reloj.
Not too far from getting on the right.
Está bonito eso, es mejor como cuando uno ya está cansado y está sentado una hora.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what's going on. You might.
Está abierto.
video, right? I really hope it's.
Hay una área
I feel like it's. I
donde
feel like it's very
hay
good.
dinosaurios. Creo que y hay unos asientos que sí mojan un poquito.
Yeah, it will be soon.
I'm not even joking.
Anyway, so FanFest nights starting Friday at least, possibly Thursday. I think they added a day somewhere. Big event. FanFest nights coming soon. Just filling the time in this queue talking about FanFest nights. Lots of Star Trek, Nintendo, Harry Potter, Dungeons and Dragons, Back to the Future, and a couple of animes that I'm not familiar with.
It's like, if you're not going to use it, why do you
Yeah, for now. Hopefully gonna ride Super Life and Pass.
The tram is like,
In a little bit. This is not the exciting part of the queue,
despicable me. It's just fun to get on.
which is themed to an apartment building.
I know people hate on it. Oh, it's 5 minutes for this to do. Wait, let's see. Super Sonic Fun Line 5. We're gonna do it. Yo, look at right into it. So like it's 15.
Not really sure why it stopped right now, but
Everyone got hooked.
Tenemos fotos en la casa. Creo que esa es la vez que respetaron a todos porque tenemos casa.
here we go.
Please, you still my accent. My hair's pumping. I thought you were like this. I know. Isn't it really good?
Here's a little bit of an odd line to go through. If you haven't been on it or seen any videos before, you'll see why, because the ride system's really good. And there's some good things in the queue. Really well done dark ride.
That's when people are asking you, are you okay?
Your kitchen, kids' room, guinea pig back, and the vents. And no, I won't be speaking on the ride. Don't worry.
This is one of the greatest things. It says Max.
Momentary pause. We'll get through soon, and actually a really good part of the queue. The little view of the poster.
Wow! Look how many lost puppies there are, Max!
I know, there's gotta be at least, I don't know numbers, but there are a lot of them.
You guys live around here?
Slow down for me, part of that.
Yes, I know.
This is why we want to put it in here. We're
Psych! I don't have fleas. That there was mind game. My superior bunny brain just tricked you. Okay, so to find you a home, we're gonna need the greatest plan ever had. Lucky for you, every new plan I come up with is the new greatest plan ever had.
Oh, and once I'm on the ride, not going to be saying anything during the ride. Let everyone enjoy it. Bit of the on the mover ride system, kind of like Haunted Mansion at the other park. And sometimes they say here at Universal. And the signal might break up. Let's skip ahead. It's alright. Make do.
Your bags and backpacks, please. Bags and backpacks up. Please line up in groups of 2 at a time. Groups of 2, please.
Bit of a hide button. Not sure why.
Please line up in groups of 2 at a time. If you have a backpack or bag on, please take them off now before you board. All bags and backpacks off before you board, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't be scared, you're gonna be okay. Not all of you. Some of you will be okay though. A few of you might make it. Maybe.
There's no guarantee.
Check out my bunny couch. Yeah, a Over here! Wait! I love What did I tell you? The pet store. Perfect place. What? Don't look at me like that.
Ooh, you guys are not gonna get adopted looking like that. Gotta get you cleaned up first. Huh?
We made it. Was there any doctor? This plant is crazy. What?
This is gonna be great. You're gonna be all clean and fluffy, and you're gonna get adopted in no time. Ooh, you guys are not gonna get adopted looking like
Remind me why I have these puppies here. Can we take one home?
You're so cute. Mom, Dad, look.
What do you say? You want to come home with us?
Yes.
What do you say? You want to come home with us?
Remember, with great owners, the little to no responsibility.
Oh, it's so soft.
That's it! You guys got homes! Yeah! That's right, even you! You were tough, but I got you home.
You guys leaving already? I just found this place.
Welcome home. As you return, please lift your arms and your right paw will release out loud.
All right. Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash is a former in the ride.
We'll see you later, okay?
The bunny's out here now.
Look at those blue shirts. We got some blueberries coming to blueberry night. Two little blueberries. Blue and chocolate, I got a blue house with a blue window. Ow, ow. You have a birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy No, thank you. Did y'all get your birthday button?
Lots of fun Lots of things to see. I think we got Scoop. And going ahead to the studio tour, the unique ride here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Hopefully it's still a low wait. No, Secret Life of Pets was a little bit longer than I anticipated. There's a wait, but not too bad. Got some Scooby-Doo fans there.
Hey, look who's here. How you doing? You gotta come over. We're doing meatballs at noon. Come over around noonish for lunch. How are you? Hey, how are things? Frankie Flip Flops. How you doing, Frankie Flip Flops? Good to see you.
Way to go there. Get you some potato pick over there.
Frankie Flip Flops Johnson. That's what they call him. That's what it's called. Frankie Flip Flops Johnson. Hard to say.
It's very hard to say.
Got some one-piece photo op. So I'm Frankie Flip Flop. I have flip flops on. Rarely do I have actual shoes at
So what can I do for you, cuz?
any place. So
Take a picture. All right, let's take a picture. All right, take cheese. Cheese. There we go.
got Donkey, got more photo ops for One Piece.
That's cool. That's how they go with each other. You're not going together. I don't know.
I do know of One Piece. It's also going to be a special movie that they originally had in Japan in the Osaka Universal Studios. Sunju Gali. It looks like they already have some of the food, which is really nice. Makes me wonder if they have it in some other places. Might have to be trying that. Take a look at the menu. It's not super clear. Sorry. Alright, onward. Upward and onward. We got, I'm zoomed in. We got some more of Fast and Furious, the new Hollywood Drift ride. The building looks pretty done. Looks like it's going to be a lot of queue, a little bit of the station. The track outside, you can see some of. On and on, studio tour coming up. And after the tour, planning on just kind of going around and exploring what they're going to have for FanFest. Which is starting this weekend, April 25th, I think is the first one. Gotta check again. I know they added a day and I forgot which day. But I think it's a Thursday, so it might be this Thursday. But yeah, there are a lot of things to do and see with FanFest night. And that continues on into May. May 18th being the last day. Last night. It's that night. And part of it is actually going to be on with the Studio Tour returns because that's where the Back to the Future Hill Valley will be. little weirdly crowded. We're gonna take the stairs. That's a nice short wait.
Friendly characters, smiling, coming out, scaring the tourists, and all that doing their better.
Can't get one of the seats I usually try to get to. Looks like it's not going to happen. That's all right. Once it gets going, I'm not going to be saying anything on here. Let the tour guide speak for himself.
Hello, you all, and welcome aboard the Universal Studios Tour. My name is Warren. I will be your tour guide today, taking you through over 100 years of movie and TV history. You all, we have so much ground to cover today. We're going to be hitting the road here pretty soon. But first, I need to make sure everyone has a pair of those 3D glasses. You're going to need those bad boys for a certain part of our tour here today. And if you are still in need of a pair, now's the time to go ahead and shoot your hand up nice and high in the air and wave it like you need a pair of glasses. I'm looking back. I see you all. I don't think I see any hands up, just lovely faces, which means we are all good to go. All right, you all, so we'll be together for about the next 45 minutes to an hour or so get nice and comfortable. If we have anyone whose feet that do not touch the ground just yet, we want to place them towards the center of the tram here and away from the tram gates just to ensure their safety. Any small children, small boyfriends we have aboard with us. Take a look over here towards your right, you all. Take in the beautiful view of the San Fernando Valley. What a lovely day today. And then down below there, if you can see, that is our studio studio lot. That is over 400 acres of territory that we're going to be venturing through. And there's plenty of things going on the lot today. There's actually a little bit of active filming going on. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the 1989 film The Burbs starring Tom Hanks, but they're actually revamping that into a TV series that's going to be premiering on Peacock either later on this year or next year. It stars Keke Palmer and other amazing actors. That film's over on our Colonial Street. That's our Wisteria Lane for the Desperate Housewives fans we have aboard today. So we'll actually be making our way past there today, but we will be so close to that production that we're going to have to enter into a quiet zone. So you'll see this flash across your screen at a couple points here during the tour here today. And that is just mostly for me to go off mic here. You all can still feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I'll just have to go off mic for a couple points during the tour so I don't interrupt anything going on in their production. But you know, I'll let you know once we get to that point. It'll be a little later on in the tour here today. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that we are actually on board an electric tram? There's no loud engine here in car one, making it hard to hear. It's going to be a nice, smooth, silent ride. We're actually building a charge here right now as we're sitting here. Cars 1 and 2, if you want to take a look over here towards your right, you can see the charging pads right down there. There's a couple more underneath us right now as we're building a charge. So here to tell you a bit more about Universal Going Green is today's show co-host and weather anchor, Al Roker.
I'm proud to announce that Universal Studios Hollywood is converting the world-famous studio tour trams to become electric vehicles. As these trams roll out, guests will be experiencing all the movie-making action propelled by the latest energy-efficient technology. Now, this is just one example of NBC Universal's and Comcast's commitment to becoming carbon neutral by 2035, helping us all take another step toward reducing our carbon footprint. So, welcome aboard for an awesome experience that's also awesome for the environment.
All right, you all. Well, it looks like it is time to get this show on the road as we are pulling away here. Take a look over towards your left. Wave goodbye to those lovely PPC there. Tell them bye, you guys. We'll see you later. We'll miss you so much. Okay, bye, bye, bye. You're never going to see them again. All right, so if you just joined us, hello. My name is Warren. I am your tour guide. You're stuck with me for about the next 45 minutes to an hour or so. We have our amazing driver, Glenn, behind the wheel. And guess what, you all? I have another friend I need to introduce you all to. I have a co-host of the tour here today, and he is also the host of The Tonight Show at NBC. It's the man, the myth, the legend, the Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You got the very best guide.
Warren.
And the greatest driver.
Glenn.
They're the best. I love that. Even though
Warren
owes me $5.
Yeah.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right, you all. We have some safety rules to go over before we get going too far. So first, if you need guest assistance, or if you have a medical emergency, or if you drop anything of value off the side of the tram, or if you have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated and keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Remember to use that red cord above your head if you need any assistance. The studio is private property, and if any point during the tour here today you drop your phone or need to use the restroom, just pull that cord and remain seated. Please no smoking of any kind during the tour, and be prepared because our tour today features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and many water effects. You want to have your cameras out for great photo opportunities, but keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. And finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you are on board. All right, you all, we are leaving the theme park behind, and we are making our way down to the heart of the working studio, where 7 days a week, year-round, many talented people are working hard to give us amazing content like TV shows, reality competitions, music videos, commercials, and of course, movies. Welcome to the Universal Timeline, you all. You're getting to look at some of Universal's highlights throughout the years. These are critically acclaimed films, or just simply high-grossing films for that year. Also, take a look at that Universal logo at the top of the poster there. You notice how it's changing and evolving as we're making our way down. So Universal Studios has a very rich history that stems all the way back to March 15th, 1915. That is our birthday here. When our founder, his name is Carl Laemmle, he opened up the gates to Universal Studios. He allowed the public to come in and take a look and see how their favorite movies and TV shows were being made. Over here here towards your right, though, you're getting a look at Fire Station 51. That is no movie set, though, you all. That is a real working fire station, because Universal City is, in fact, a real city. And real cities need real fire stations to keep us safe here. Universal City even has its own sheriff's office, and we have our own zip code. And we were even founded with a telegraph's office, a hospital, and a zoo. So over here towards your left, you're getting a look at all this construction going on. We are actually in the middle of a 5-year expansion project, but we are also making way for a brand new roller coaster to hit Universal Studios, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Very excited about that one. That's expected to open up sometime next year. And then as we're making our way here, you're going to get a look at our first soundstage of the tour here today. So what even is a soundstage? A soundstage is like a huge soundproof warehouse that all of our favorite movies and TV shows are filmed right inside of. So Soundstage 12 here, this is our oldest and largest soundstage. It was built in 1928, and it is still amongst the top 10 largest sound stages in the entire world. So many productions are filmed right inside of here. Scarface, starring Al Pacino, the iconic Say Hello to My Little Friend scene, that was filmed right inside of there. And also The Voice used to film inside of Soundstage 12, but they now film over on our back lot, over on Soundstages 30 and 31. So we're going to take a look at that a little later on, you all. But for now, welcome to the front line. The front line is where we house many of our sound stages, dressing rooms, and offices. We're sort of driving in between a theme park and the studio right now. Over towards your...
I mean, there's so many to choose from. You know, I love the foyer set when Will first enters, and at that moment, his life changes forever. What about you?
Well, ooh, the Bel Air Academy gym set is here too, and I remember you having to sit in that cold ice bath for hours.
Oh, yeah. And that was very fun. I still can't feel my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew who put it all together, from hair, wardrobe, makeup,
set design, props, and transportation.
Transpo! Yes! Yo, Transpo's the best. Yeah, they have the sweetest rides for us to play with.
Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we'd better go talk to Transpo now and let these people get back to their tour.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Bel Air's third season is currently streaming right now on Peacock. And they also did a lot of filming over towards your left inside of Soundstage 14 as well. But Soundstage 14 there has also been the home to so many other amazing productions, like Jurassic Park. They filmed scenes of that movie right inside of there. And in Back to the Future Part 2, Marty McFly's futuristic home was made inside of Soundstage 14. And more recently, it's been used for Superstore.
I know it's hard in here, but let's have some patience for one another.
Yeah, you know, it makes a small act. If your face stays where it is, it's gonna get pushed.
With Superstore, they could have went to any grocery store across the country to do their filming, but they decided it's actually a lot easier if they built their own Superstore right here on our lot. Because in these sound stages, you can really cater the space to your production needs. You can create any environment you need to for your production inside of these sound stages. But enough of that, you all. Up ahead here towards your right, you're getting a look at our first celebrity sighting of the tour here today. It's the Minions, and they are saying hello to us from Illumination Entertainment. Illumination Entertainment is a huge production company that is actually stationed right here at Universal Studios. In fact, we'll be going past their production offices in just a bit over at our production bungalows. But before that, you all, up ahead over towards your left, you're going to see our second celebrity sighting of the tour here today. He's been hard at work working on the second season of his TV show. It's the one, the only Ted. And he is toasting us with his adult beverage because he would love for you to watch the first season of his show. It's streaming right now on Peacock.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1993, and that means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day, using exterior sets and facades that you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Oh, come on!
And over towards your left here, you're getting a look at those production bungalows. So this is where many talented writers, producers, and directors from all over town have their offices. Mark Platt Productions produced the Wicked movie last year. They have a little promotion hanging up back there for us towards the left. Wicked stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. That's actually just started streaming on Peacock. Make sure you check it out. And then towards your left here, you'll see the 5195 building. And on the building there, you're getting a look at that silhouette there. That actually belongs to Alfred Hitchcock because that was his very own bungalow. Alfred Hitchcock is one of the most prolific horror filmmakers of his day. He's given us films like The Birds, Vertigo, and of course Psycho, which filmed right here on our lot.
Lou said he could move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Very exciting. Just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office.
Hitchcock has influenced every director.
I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror.
The Birds? That was a really scary movie.
The Birds? Oh, man. That had me looking at crows like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo was one of the all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
We are now crossing the threshold onto the backlot right now, you all. The backlot is where we do a lot of our larger scale scenes. Exterior scenes are usually filmed here on the backlot. Towards your left there, you're getting a look at our metropolitan sets. Used to be any metropolitan city in the world. It's usually New York or Chicago, but it's even been London and Kansas City. If you wanted to do a scene in a big, bustling city, that's when you would come out to our metro sets. And then if you wanted to do an interior scene, like inside of a building or a house, use one of our sound stages for that.
Brace the dog! I'm in the shower! Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good.
Oh, you're done now. Great. Beautiful.
In that first part of that clip, we saw Jim Carrey indoors. He filmed that bit on a soundstage on our lot, and then he went over to our Brownstone Street here in our metro sets to finish up the rest. They filmed that first part of that scene inside of a soundstage, because as we're making our way in here, you all, I want you to try to take a look inside of any of these buildings. These are all very fake buildings. There is no room to move around in there, let alone film a scene. And I also bet they didn't tell you to prepare to take a trip across the country here on the studio tour today. Welcome to New York City.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta live in New York City. Hey, I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
American Ninja Warrior has also done a ton of their filming right over on our New York street, and it would look really cool when they would set up those obstacle courses with all the lights up and everything. So they would usually film at night in front of a live audience. They would start their filming at like 11 o'clock p.m., 12 o'clock midnight, and they wouldn't wrap things up until about 4 or 5 in the morning. That's how long it takes to film those kinds of things. They would film at night because they don't want the sun beaming down on a contestant, sort of tiring them out, and also it can impair their vision, creating any shadows or anything, sort of messing them up. And speaking of the sun, it is a lovely sunny day today, right? Well, let's say we needed to do a nighttime scene right now during the day, which happens. These buildings you see here, it creates total darkness, and I have a few examples from that to show you actually. Take a look. These were all filmed during the day. But we are actually making our way out of Metropolis because it is time to head up to Skull Island to have a little bit of fun. Here to tell you all about that is the director of King Kong. It's Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up into adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
All right, you all, great news. It looks like King Kong is about ready for us. So let's make sure we're keeping everything inside the tram at all times, remaining seated, and make sure you're holding on to those personal items, you all. It does get a little bumpy ahead. Welcome to Skull Island. The island. wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, looks like we're experiencing some technical difficulties here. But you know what they call it in Hollywood when something happens that wasn't supposed to happen? That's called a blooper. So while we try to figure out what's going on, let's just take a look at some bloopers.
Let me tell you something, Paige.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, that roller too.
Let's start over.
Our top set. Susan?
The other day I saw a Labrador retriever with a paw was perfect.
I'm the victim here. Don't you smile. Don't you smile right now. I swear.
They're not all just cut, because I can't think of anything funny to say.
We did just get an emergency cord pull. If this is a medical emergency, could you pull the cord again? Okay, I am not able to get out at this point right now. Is this a bathroom moment you need to have? Pull the cord if you need to go to the bathroom. Can you just like shout out what's going on? I can hear you from here. Hello? Okay, I can't hear you. Okay. One second. A water bottle fell. Here we go. Our friend right here is going to grab it. Thank you, sir.
We don't need roads.
What's the story?
Well, there's this pirate.
The problem most men have is they just plain straight up have no clue how to talk to women.
You're called boobs, eh?
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
In this one time at band camp?
Houston, we have a problem.
We're on a mission from God.
No, Kelly Clarkson!
Boy, is this great! Hey, bud. Let's party.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
He hates these cams! Come out, wherever you are.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Death is only the beginning.
We belong, Dad.
What do they got in there? King Kong?
Get these people out of here.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
They opened Disneyland in 1956. Nothing worked.
Yeah, but John, if the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
Well, it's nice to find a fellow with a keen sense of humor.
Are you finished, Mr. Slade?
No, I'm just getting warmed up.
All right, you guys, so they are going to level out the platforms here, so the tram is just going to go down for a little bit. Like we're going to move down. I don't know what's happening, you guys. Bear with me.
Every time you bed down for the night, you'll look back into the darkness and wonder if I'm there.
Me 100 Nazi scouts. And I want my scouts. Who are you? I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I am.
What is the fellow's name on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second. Who's on first? I don't know. Third base.
Excuse me, Sam. What are you babbling about?
All the way to do the right thing.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it. I'm gone.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Wow, that is a catchphrase.
Isn't that good?
I think this just might be my next week.
When I was about, 16 years old, and I began hanging out at Universal during my summers. We went to college nearby, and I continued to come on the lot and try to become a director. So Universal sort of is my birthplace. This is the place I consider my first home, and I love it here. And I keep coming back.
All right, you all, so we are continuing on here. Sorry about that technical difficulty back there. That's, things happen here. So we're just going to continue on with the tour here. So as we're making our way here, you're going to get another quick look at our Metro sets that we just were in a little earlier. So our Metropolitan sets are used for many various reasons. If you have to do a crazy stunt, you would do it right over there. If you need to blow up a building, it will be better to do it here than like downtown somewhere. And many car chase scenes have been filmed over there as well. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Hobbs and Shaw from the Fast franchise, but they had a crazy car chase scene that they filmed right over there. And if anyone's familiar with the film The Blues Brothers, it takes place in Chicago, and there's a crazy car chase scene in that movie that they had to film over in our Metropolitan sets because they just had to do some things to the streets you weren't really able to do in Chicago.
When the Pinto fell and you saw it land and make this big hole in the street, that was on the back lot. You dropped it from a crane. You dig like that in Chicago, not good.
When people ask me, all of the movies I've ever done like this are the most satisfying and the most fun. I've got to say Blues Brothers. We got to sing, we got to dance, got to cry, train the best stunt people in the world, and got to be an actor and a writer. So it was a good piece of work.
Danny called John America's Guest because just didn't walk into anybody's house.
During the shooting of the movie, John was missing. We couldn't find him.
Danny went off looking for him. We saw a light on in this one house and knocked on the door.
I said, sir, we're doing a movie down here. We're looking for one of our actors. Oh, John, yeah, he's on my couch. He came in, he had a snack a couple hours ago. He's sleeping. He was America's guest. I mean, literally that happened.
So we are venturing further into our back lot right now, you all. So as we're making our way here up ahead or towards the right in just a bit, you're going to get a look at this huge, amazing mural. It's of our monster movies. Monster movies are a huge part of Universal's history. We'll be talking about them a bit more later on than a tour here today. But this mural you're going to see was created by a local artist. His name is Tristan Eaton, and he made the entire thing using spray paint.
And an instrumental part of the process of designing these murals was getting to go to the Universal Archive. Going there, I got to see in person props from the movies, photos from behind the scenes, original illustrations from those movie posters, all this stuff. I had an early affection for movie monsters. I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies, but I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid. My world that I come from is skateboarding and graffiti and comic books. You always have to pay homage to where that art form started. And for me, it started with painting stuff in the street illegally, tagging billboards and dumpsters. Without that, I never would be here using spray paint like this.
Over towards your left on sound stages 30 and 31, that is the new home of The Voice there. They are gearing up for their 27th season, airing on NBC. And the next door over on sound stages 32 and 33 here. If you're familiar with Reba McEntire's sitcom Happy's Place, that's where she films that, right inside of those sound stages there. But also if you're familiar with Jordan Peele's latest film, Nope, that's where he's filmed those opening scenes inside of those sound stages as well. The scenes with the horse, if anyone's familiar. And in fact, stars of the film, Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya, they were driving on this street that we're driving on right now, doing a scene that's actually in the movie. And then towards your left here, you've been getting a look at that body of water through these trees here. Let's call it the Hollywood Ocean. So many productions have gone out there and done filming. Desperate Housewives is filmed out there. So was Hacks, starring Jean Smart. But it's also famously known from Creature from the Black Lagoon. Creature from the Black Lagoon is one of Universal's many monster movies. So from the 1920s to the 1950s, Universal Studios became known as the Monster Movie Studios. These films really were our bread and butter back in those days, and they really actually helped us out quite a bit during the Great Depression. Films like Dracula, Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, and The Mummy, all of those films were born right over here in Little Europe. Welcome to Little Europe, you all. So some of you may know Little Europe to be Genovia from Princess Diaries 2, starring Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews, and also Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella has filmed here, starring Brandy and Whitney Houston. But also a bit more recently, you may know Little Europe to be The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
And as we're making our way here up ahead over towards your right, you're going to get a look at this big open space here. This is called the Court of Miracles. So going back to those monster movies, it was the home to so many of those films.
Raise all the men you can, lock the women indoors, and wait for me. I'm ready! Go! Your torches and go!
Okay, you all actually have to interrupt that because something really cool is happening. It looks like they're letting us in the soundstage. 50 was really hoping this would happen. So this is a real movie set in here, you all. They had been filming a movie all last week, and they took a break this week and decided to let us in and come and take a look and see what they've been working on. So remember to keep that in mind. Definitely want to remain seated. Don't want to drop anything in here, all that good stuff. So this is really cool. It looks like we're in a subway station in San Francisco. So I don't really know too much about the film that they've been making in here. I do know it's an action film, probably with some big names attached to it. They're usually pretty tight-lipped about those things, actually. They don't even reveal the title of the film to us. So what they'll do is they'll give us a code name that we are allowed to use on the studio tour, but we are not allowed to say the real title of the movie. Okay, sorry about that, you all. Just a small tremor happens all the time here. California, right? Whoa! This isn't a real movie set. You just survived Earthquake, the big one. Earthquake was just released to the studio tour in 1989. It was completely shut down last year and renovated in time for the studio's tour's 60th anniversary just last summer. But you know what, you all? We are actually dipping into that quiet zone I was telling you all about a little earlier. I'm going to have to go off mic here. You all can still feel free to silently talk amongst yourselves. Talk to you in a bit. All right, I am free to speak over here. So that was our Jaws attraction. Jaws was released 50 years ago in 1975. It has a really amazing display of practical effects, right? Think about it. Nothing in that movie is computer generated. They simply didn't have that technology back then. Take Rain, for example. Rain is another amazing example of a practical effect. It makes comedies funnier, dramas more dramatic. It really helps set the scene. So as we're making our way into Old Mexico here, we're going to be setting a scene for ourselves. That's right, you all. We're gonna make it rain. So, we got our thunder, we got our lightning. All we need is a little bit of rain, excuse me. Hey, you guys out there, can I get some rain, please? Thank you. So if you're trying to capture the rain here on your phone, it might be a little hard showing up. In the movies even, they have to use a special lighting. They light the rain on both ends so it comes out properly on camera. Yep, pretty cool. All right, well, I think we've seen enough. All right, you guys, you can go ahead and cut the rain now. Thank you. Hey, you guys, can we cut the rain, please? Come on. Don't embarrass me. Oh, wait. No. You guys, I said, can we cut the rain? Not more water. Okay, everyone take cover. We got a flash flood. Flash Flood has been a staple of the studio tour since 1968, and it's also been seen in one of Lady Gaga's music videos for her song Judas. She performed her own stunts and stood right there in the path of the Flash Flood. She also did a huge dance number right over here in the space over here towards you. And it might be more famously known from a movie called Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black. But all right, we are making our way out of Old Mexico because it's time to head to the Old West, y'all. Yeehaw. Welcome to 6 Points. In the early days of Universal, our founder, Carl Laemmle, he set up bleachers all around this entire area so he could invite the public to come in and take a look and see how those old Western films were being made. So the audience got to cheer for the good guys and boo the bad guys. And back in those early days, it was actually during the silent film era. So they were able to make up to 6 films all at the same time around here, hence the name 6 Points. And a bit more recently, this area was taken over by Quentin Tarantino in 2019 for production on his film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. They filmed all over this entire area, but they did a lot of their primary filming inside of that opera house. It's all the way back there towards the left there. They got to film on the inside and outside of the opera house there. So that would be what we call a practical set, where you can actually go inside of a building and do filming, because most of these other buildings you're getting a look at here, you all, these are all fake. These are called facades. If you were to walk inside of any of these other doors, you would still be outside. Check out some stars who have moseyed down these streets. Every true Western had to have a great action scene, right? Where the hero gets into a big fight, and those fights took place right over here in 6 Points, but they also involved a lot of creative Hollywood illusions. Each punch was carefully choreographed. The brick walls were made out of a foam rubber, the chairs made out of a lightweight balsa wood, and any windows that you see are made of a flimsy breakaway material called candy glass.
Mine was taller.
So we are dipping back into that quiet zone. We were in it a little earlier, you all, so I'll have to go off mic for another second here. But this time we're going to make our way up the hill, so we'll be going past our Colonial Street, so you can get a look at the burbs, the filming that they're doing there. They have a lot of production vehicles set up over there, so I should go off mic here and stop talking. Talk to you soon. I am free to talk again for the rest of the tour now, just in time for us to check into the Bates Motel from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Oh look, it's Norman Bates. Hey Norman. Okay, you guys, full transparency, this guy is just a little weird, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, welcome to the Bates Motel, you all. So this is, okay, don't worry, you all. He's just helping someone to her car, putting her in the wrong seat, though. Okay, we have seen something we have no, okay, he sees us. Everyone, be cool. No sudden movements. We'll try and get out of here nice and smooth. Okay, that's a knife. We gotta go. Norman, we didn't see a thing, buddy. We're just gonna keep going on with the tour here. Don't mind us. We won't say a word, will we, guys? Okay. Sorry. Hey, car 4, be careful back there. He likes to go after that car. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, you guys. We're gonna get him some much needed intensive therapy. Okay. Bye, Norman. Anyway, we're making our way up to that Psycho house so you can get a closer look. This house has been seen in all Psycho films, including the original. And as we're making our way past, try to get a good look upstairs. I think there's someone up there just dying to say hello. Alright, we're leaving all that behind because I have to show you one of the largest and most devastating film sets ever created. It's from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steven.
When you first began to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747s are coming right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Listen to me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Stand close.
Robbie, get in. Get in.
And yes, you all, this is a real 747 airplane right here. Took them about 4.5 weeks to build up this entire crash site scene, only for it to get 4 minutes of screen time in the entire film, believe it or not. And here at Universal, we are known for working with many talented filmmakers like Steven Spielberg, Alfred Hitchcock, and more recently, Jordan Peele, who's given us his latest film, Nope, as sort of an exploration into what a UFO attack might be like.
What's up, Studio Tour? I'm Keke Palmer from Jordan Peele's film, Nope. What's a bad miracle? Well, you'll have to see our movie to answer that one. Until then, I hope you enjoy your visit to Jupiter's Clay.
Motion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Clay, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jupiter Park. Over there, the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Library. A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. Welcome to the world of No.
Sometimes what makes a film so scary is what you can't see. If you have any questions about what you just witnessed, I really think you should check out each and every one of you for hopping aboard the tram here today. And just a reminder to make sure you all downloaded that Universal Studios Hollywood app, where you can confirm the park does close at 7 p.m. tonight. You can check on show times for Waterworld, wait times on rides and attractions, and get details for visiting Super Nintendo World. So like I mentioned a little earlier, the film Jaws is 1975, directed by Steven Spielberg, and to help celebrate, Universal has actually added the original trailer for Jaws from 1975 onto the trail. Take a look.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill. A mindless, eating machine. It will attack and devour anything. It is as if God created the devil and gave him jaws. From the best-selling novel, Jaws. Rated PG. Maybe too intense for younger children.
I do think a PG rating for Jaws is a little crazy, but did you know that in 1975 there was no PG-13? It only went up to PG and then rated R. The first PG-13 movie was in 1984. Fun fact for you to go home with today. Alright, let's listen to some music.
Time to rock and roll. Bring the noise.
What do y'all want to hear?
Alright guys, this is the Blues Riff and beat. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. She did all written down the rain. She knows how to shake that thing down. You know you make me wanna come on now. love you. Walked through a party in a county jail. Prison I was there, it began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to sway. You should have heard the knock-knock jailbird sing, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody on the whole cell block. Who's dancing to the jailhouse? Yeah. And thank you so much and good night.
All right, you all, welcome back. Just remain seated until those studio tour ambassadors open up these tram gates for you all. And just go ahead and throw those 3D glasses in the bins there as you're exiting as well. Once again, our amazing driver's name is Glenn. My name is Warren. And we hope you all enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Bye-bye.
Some kind of long process to exit out the train today. We'll be off shortly.
Hey you guys, so the reason why they're holding us hostage right now is because they're going to give us recovery passes because King Kong didn't work, so they're going to just be passing those out. So let them know how many are in your party and everything, and don't leave until you get those.
Well, that's nice.
Have a wonderful day.
Unfortunately, the only one before I can't take this on. Nice to have that. Well, except for Studio Tour, I could take that on then. But I think we've done that already, mostly, except for King Kong. And sorry I didn't comment on the new shots. It's something I do let the ride speak for itself. So, James, thank you for the comment. You like the tours also? It's one of my favorite things. One of the reasons why I have an annual pass. And forgot to drop the glasses off, which I'm going to do real quick. But that was the Hill Valley for FanFest nights to get a photo op there. FanFest nights coming up. Continuing on our way. I'm gonna hit up some of the other FanFest stuff. Well, see some of the things that are already put up. He's gonna be going down this our way, the escalators. Go up the escalators to Springfield and then down some more escalators. I might be getting something to eat. I'm anticipating being on that tram tour for too long. I mean, we did have an emergency stop in King Kong. Unfortunately, didn't get to see King Kong. It happens. We got to see behind the scenes, which is also cool. Behind the scenes of King Kong. A bit. Continuing on through Springfield, home of the Simpsons. I'm looking at the menu for some food. There are some of the One Piece food at Cucina's. I don't know what they're calling the themed cafe. Might grab something there eventually. We do have the Time Traveler's milkshake and the cookie for Back to the Future, Mel's, and a few of the Back to the Future items. That actually might be the winner of what I'm going to get. I'll probably show that off, since it's a little bit of a fan fest items. I'm looking at it on the app. On another phone. Those are the two places that have anything right now. They don't have any of the extra stuff for Harry Potter. So, not currently, at least. Alright, heading down just to take a look and see what sort of FanFest stuff is going to be down here. Might go into Super Nintendo World. They're going to have some Yoshi stuff there. I'm going to not have the gimbal going while I'm going on the escalators. A little bit of rest, a little bit of charging. So, briefly, hold on, it's going to get wobbly. Phone is free for a bit of time. around. Head down a bit more. Lots of escalators here on the Starway.
When on the escalators, please hold the handrail at all times and attend children carefully. For their safety, children are not permitted to ride the escalator in strollers. Also, there is no smoking. As you step on the escalators, please stand in the center of the step, keeping your feet forward and avoiding the sides. Face forward at all times.
Give a nice view of Super Nintendo World. Heading down. And the Mummy. Looks like there's some stuff set up at Jurassic Cafe. Stage. We'll see what they have for FanFest. The tram tour probably wasn't easily seen, but they are setting up on that whole Metropolitan set, Hill Valley. We have a show at least. I think the DeLorean out and meet and greet with Doc Brown. No escalators. Not too fast, but that's alright. They do have some merchandise available too. Take a look at that. See how much time we got.
The escalator steps are approached. Hold the handrail and face forward at all times.
Couple more escalators. Maybe they don't call it Starway anymore, I'm not sure. The Mummy. It's in the back lot. Way in the distance, the Disney buildings. We are getting there. We'll get there. And the guy sweeping, and I'm gonna, nope, I was gonna have to push him over. Okay, one more, and then we'll be down. Although it'll take a moment, put the phone back on the gimbal before I walk around and see what's set up for FanFest. They've got something on that roof too, a lot of lights. So something's going to be happening there. When they first announced FanFest nights, I thought they would also have some Jurassic Park stuff, because that's always a big crowd pleaser. And they're not. Maybe next time. I think they're trying to do this every year. I think it's a photo op. They're going to have a walkthrough, and it looks like it's going to be to the right of Transformers. I'm gonna doubt they have anything set up for Yoshi quite yet. Yoshi will be at FanFest night, greeting everyone. There's a scavenger hunt. So let's see what they'll have. Doesn't look like they do. I'm gonna guess that Yoshi's gonna be set up over here. Gonna keep things moving, and I think probably finish out with some lunch, taking a look at the Back to the Future food offerings at Mel's Diner. For a little bit of a sneak peek of FanFest nights. Try those out. As I keep making my way back up, I know so much escalator travel. Keep it on going.
The escalator steps.
Try to get through.
Hold the handrail and face
Try
forward at all
to actually
times.
get on here. While I'm on the escalators, I'm ordering food too.
The escalator steps are approaching. Hold the handrail and face forward at all times. The escalator steps are approaching. Hold the handrail and face forward at all times. The escalator steps are approaching. Hold the handrail and face forward.
I won't say what I'm ordering yet. I'll show it off.
Please hold the handrail at all times and attention to be careful. For your safety, children are not permitted to ride the escalator in the strollers. Also, there is no surroundings. As you step on the escalators, please stand in the center of the step, keeping your feet forward and avoiding the sides. Face forward at all times when on the escalator and remain standing. For your own safety, please do not sit on the steps. Thank you.
Actually, gonna go without the gimbal again. It actually lets me charge it a bit. wobbly.
The escalator steps are approaching. Hold hands and face forward at all times. The escalator steps are approaching.
Probably looking odd to all the other guests because I was just trying to like one-handed put a charger in. All right. While I'm on here, I'll take a moment. So something else I do besides these videos and art videos, which I'm making one right, well not right now, but in these days. But I'm also a travel agent, and so if you are interested in coming to Universal Studios, or even going all the way to Florida for Universal Orlando, which has Epic Universe, which I have been to, it is awesome. It is. Epic is the right word for it. It's pretty immersive and really fun. And so you can go to that link. I can help you out booking some trips. And then, if you don't mind, if you're not subscribed already, if you could subscribe, it really helps out a lot. It helps to like the video too, whether you're watching live or after. I like more sharing about art, which I haven't been doing a lot of on this live stream. Videos about that, so I'm going to have one coming up. Hopefully going to get some FanFest videos on here as well. I'll be officially going to it this weekend. So, if you don't mind subscribing. Alright. One more. I think one more. One more escalator. And then grab the food. Share some of the FanFest food. Construction for the Fast and Furious roller coaster opening next year. We got looks like a station. I don't know if that's going to be a tunnel or a station. Looks like a tunnel.
Please hold the handrail at all times and attempt to drink beverage. For their safety, children are not permitted to ride the escalator slowly.
It's making a lot of progress. That took the place of a Hollywood horror makeup show, I think it was officially called. And the Animal Actors stage show was there. Very cute show. Alright. Get the gimbaling and or get the phone in the gimbal. Should probably stop and do this instead of trying to do it one-handed, but you know, I like the challenge. And we're even, so making my way over to get the food, which I mobile ordered. Gotta try to make my way through. Sometimes hard to get through when there's people coming at you from all ways. Yeah, nice little window coverings for One Piece. Or no, that's I guess it's not one. No, it is One Piece. Yeah. So I'll get the food, show it a bit, maybe do a quick food review, and then probably sign off. And that actually got really fast. It was ready.
That's my plan.
Just gotta come in here. Go to the pickup. Let everyone look at the menu. Try not to show too much of the food behind the scenes.
She was in the bag. Mobile?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
So I don't think that's quite the order that's actually there.
Yeah, this is it.
There should be a shake with it too. So it's a time travel shake and a flex capacity milk.
Oh, I misread it, my bad. So it was just the patty melt and the time travel?
Yeah.
The time travelers for him. Can I get a pinch? Oh, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, right over.
Okay. Food obtained. FanFest food. Which again I'll show in a moment. Just grabbing some of the various utensil things I need to grab. And now the boring part of all this. Head over here in some shade. Oh, nice spot, some shade. Here we go. Yeah, it's not sure why people like to photo bomb. That was a cherry. Alrighty, and trying to get some stuff figured down, but here we go. That is the flux capacitor patty melt and the time traveler shake. Items you can get at FanFest nights and apparently during the day too. I think I'll try to do a bit of a taste test, see if I can keep that stable. There we go. Do a quick taste test of the food for FanFest night. Patty melt is very good. Exactly what patty melt would be, but a good sourdough bun, nice and buttery. And now the shake. It's got a good mix of vanilla and blueberry of all mixes, but it's nice and balanced. Not like you can taste both, but one is not overpowering the other. So if you're wondering about FanFest night food, if you're coming, I recommend them. This is Mel's Diner. You can mobile order it and pick it up, or if you just come to Universal Studios during the day, apparently you can get it too. But there you go. So, all right, and I'll do one more view of them, bites taken out, and all. Let's say thank you for joining. This has been a time at Universal Studios Hollywood, right before FanFest night, seeing some of the stuff that's available, like the food. So, hope you enjoyed it, and hope you join again the next time.